Okay, this is the Trex 600. I just finished the build, and I want to go over the build and how it went and a couple of the issues that I had. Overall, it was pretty good, pretty easy. I did have to figure a few things out, get on the internet and a few sites, HeliFreak and Run Rider, and got the information I needed, and also from a few guys online there, D. Butzer and Tom Staton. Thank you for your help. So let me take the canopy off and show you what we got here. Let me set this down for a minute. Okay, this is the kit. Nothing special. Everything that came with the kit. The 3GX. I'm using the 3GX. Let's see if we can get this here. The 3GX. Went with that, and I'm not running a receiver, a separate receiver. I just have two satellites, two Spectrum satellites that I hooked into it. I've got one mounted in the very front, right here, and the other one I have mounted all the way in the back of the frame. There you go, right there. As you can see, I tried to keep all the wiring inside, make it look a little cleaner. So make sure you get plenty of tie straps. Came down in through there, and let's see, down around through here, along here. You can see the tie straps coming along, and then up inside through here. Had to make sure I stayed clear of the motor. And then of course into the 3GX. The motor, which came with the kit, is the Align RCM BL600MX 510 kV. Seems to be a pretty good motor. And also on the wiring, in the manual they show it running out the front here, right? With the 3GX turned around. I looked online, I've seen a lot of guys were running it out the back, and I was thinking, well, it's kind of close to the motor, may create some problems, but actually if you tie strap it down good enough, it gives you can see there, it gives you plenty of clearance. Just tie strap it down, and you can go to the plastic nose piece here, strap it to that real good, and you won't have any problems. There's plenty of clearance, and there's a good quarter of an inch in there. The ESC is the Ice Castle 80. Alright, and all that was new to me because I've never built one with the this is flybarless, so this 3-axis gyro. Had to figure that out, and also programming the ECS there. The motor, when I mounted that, I came out of the side of the frame. I've seen a lot of guys, some guys come over the top, and then there's another little hole right here. If you can see that. Some guys come out of that hole with the wires, or over the top. I choose to come out of the side here. It seemed like pretty good because the wires were facing that way, and they pretty much angled out of that hole, so I went with it. I added a little bit extra shrink tape on there for chafing, and then also I used some small files and sanded The edges there smooth, really smooth. So hopefully it won't cut in, shouldn't cut into the wires. The batteries, the batteries I really like the way they mount. They're on that rail and they're really easy. I think they're really easy to put in and out. They snap in. Let's see. See if I can show you this. They lock in. You've got a button right here in the front, and all you have to do is press that button. And I'm doing this one-handed now. Just slide it on out, and you can see the rail system that it's run on. Pretty neat. And like I say, real easy to set up on them. I got 2 straps on there right now, one for each battery, but I'll throw probably another one on each one, even more secure. Plus the Velcro that's on here. I'm running for batteries. I'm running Nano Tech's 3300 mAh, 35 to 70 discharge. And I went with connectors. For connectors, I went with the Dean's connectors. Usually I go with the, I'm not sorry, not Dean's connectors. Usually I go with Dean's connectors. These are the EC5s I went with. Because I'm throwing a little bit more power here, a little bit more of a spark when you connect them up. So I thought I'd go with these. And they're nice. One thing is they're really easy to solder up. A lot easier than the Dean's. Just make sure you put everything together right. Males into the male outside connector. I kind of messed up on that and put the males inside the female housing, which was a big mistake. Ended up costing me what, about $7 because I did 2 of them like that. So just make sure you get that right. What else? The servos, which came with the kit, are the Alliance servos. For the cyclic, they're the DC or DS 610s, the Alliance. And you can see there's the one for the elevator. That was a little tricky there. That linkage there, setting that up. Because when you rig this thing, you've got to set it with, when you get all your servos set to, your transmitter set to mid stick, and your servos centered, and get all your, they're not right now, but when you get your arms set to 90 degrees, right, and you got a little hole here to look through to line up the linkage for that elevator servo. That has to be in there, and then you've got your arm there, and there's like a A-frame, let's see if we can get a shot of it, bell crank back here. So that was a little tricky, but not bad. Just follow the instructions. The instructions are pretty good. There are a few things that are left out, and if I remember right, I see one of the issues, one of the things, you get 2 shims with it. Those shims go under the main shaft here. Hang on 1 second, let me get a pointer. You go under the main shaft here. I can't remember if it spells it out very clearly in the instructions, but let's see. Here they are right here. They go up underneath the main, underneath the shaft there. If you don't put those in there, you will more than likely have play in your shaft. When you pick up on it, you will feel the play in there. And the other thing is also, yeah, the bearing blocks. They didn't cover that at all. Your main bearing blocks. Let's see if you can see on the top one. You see the writing there, the Align writing. Okay, that goes up. The bottom bearing block, which, let's see if we can get a shot of that in there. Yeah. Down inside there, goes the other way around. It goes with the writing facing down. If you don't put it with the writing facing down, you will definitely have a lot of play. You'll know, because you'll have a lot of play when you pick up on the head there, and you'll get that play in the shaft up and down. So the top one goes with the writing up, and the bottom one goes with the writing facing down. So that was one other issue there. Another issue I had, which kind of didn't really like the way what they tell you to do here, is back here when you're mounting your horizontal fin there. The bolts that they tell you to use, they're shoulder bolts, and they bottom out, which doesn't allow you to really get this tight. And I guess that's why they tell you to put tape around your tail boom and then clamp it down, which I had done at first, but it still wouldn't tighten up enough. I could grab this and it would still move. It was really loose, and I mean, it was as tight as I could get it, and it was still moving. I didn't want to throw any more tape on there, so I ordered some more bolts, some different bolts, and I'll show them to you. Let me see. Get them over here. Ordered a pack of them, and I'll show you the difference. Let's see if we can get this to focus here. Okay, that's the whole pack I ordered. Don't need a whole pack, but it's the only way you can get them. The bolt they tell you to use. See if we can get this to focus here. This is a shoulder bolt. You see how there's only threads on the bottom, and then nothing going up towards the top. So it bottoms out and doesn't allow you to get it tight, right? All right. So the ones I ordered, same size. I think it was 3 by 20, something like that. Let me see. Here you go. And now that you see, this one has threads all the way to the top. That's the one you want. That one there, you put that in there, and it allows you to tighten it up. So you could actually over tighten it. So be careful with it. But you can see, it clamped it for nice and tight, and it doesn't move at all. Really nice. So other than having to order some more bolts, came on all right. And the other thing, which I've read about, some guys having some issues with, and I noticed I also had that issue, was on your main gear bolt. Well, that's the head side, but the nut, the bolt would not go all the way through the nut, the nylon nut, self-locking nut. So what you can do is, if you order, what I found out, these bolts that I ordered here, right, use the one that you ordered, use that for your horizontal fin back there. And the ones that don't work with the shoulder, right, these right here, these work perfect in the main gear. So just take that one and put it through the main gear, and you get plenty of length protruding through the self-locking nut. What else? I think that pretty much covers it. Like I say, it was a pretty good build. I took my time building it, and as far as the mechanical portion of it, I got it built probably in a few days. But then I had to figure out, like I say, I've never had to program the 3GX. That was new to me, and then also programming the Castle ESC. And again, I'd like to say thanks to D. Butzer and Tom Stanton for giving me some advice on some of the setup here. Really helped out a lot. And overall, this thing is really a nice bird. I did get a hover in the other day, and I have some slight adjustments. And this thing was really sensitive. I had to too sensitive for me, so I had to soften up the sticks. I put in some Expo. I went 20 all the way around on the Expo, the cyclics, and even the rudder, the tail rotor there. because I mean that thing was very touchy also. I threw in some expo there, went 20 on that, on the DX8, and that helped out a lot. And then I hovered it, and I had a little slight drift. I think if I remember right, it was to the left. I've got to hover her again and then make some adjustments. And like I say, and I've got to order some more batteries. So those are the only batteries I have right now for it. So I get to hover or fly one time, and then I've got to charge again. So I definitely got to order me some more batteries. But other than that, it was really nice, and it's really a nice looking helicopter. So like I said, I'm going to hover it again and then get a test flight in, and I'll let you know how everything goes. Alright, thank you for watching.